Hey, welcome to Nerd Chapel. I'm Eric, and I'm doing another entry from 42 Discovering Faith Through Fandom by Eric Anderson and Nathan Marchand. Today's entry was written by Nathan Marchand, and we're going to spend some time in the beginnings of Narnia. Day 12, Sin Entered the World by Nathan Marchand. Therefore, just as sin entered the world through one man, and death through sin, and in this way death came to all people, because all sinned. Romans 5:12. The Magician's Nephew is the first chronologically of the Chronicles of Narnia books by C.S. Lewis. Tells the story of Diggory and his friend Polly, who travel to a ruined world called Charn via magic rings. There they meet a witch named Jadis, who had destroyed that world. She clings to the children as they use the rings to return to their world, where she wreaks havoc. Diggory and Polly grab her and put on the rings, entering the woods between the worlds. They jump into a pool, thinking it will return them to Charn, but instead are transported to a world in the process of being created by a great lion, who speaks animals, mythic creatures, and landscapes into existence. The lion's name is Aslan, and Jadis tries to spear him, but fails, so she flees. Aslan confronts Diggory for bringing the evil Jadis into this new world, thereby introducing evil to it. He tells him he must atone for this by going to the mountains and bringing back a golden apple from a tree. He sends him off on a winged horse. Would you like a winged horse? That'd be pretty cool. There, Diggory finds the apple tree and meets Jadis. She has eaten one of the apples and become immortal. She tempts him to eat one himself and joins her in immortality, or steal one to take back to cure his sick mother. But Diggory resists and goes back to Aslan with just one apple. Aslan is pleased and gives Diggory an apple to take home to his mother. While this book has a happy ending, the story it parallels didn't. Not yet. God created the world and placed Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. The world was a paradise. They could eat of any tree except the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Satan appeared in the form of a serpent and tempted Eve to eat of this tree, saying she would be like God. She did eat of it and shared that forbidden fruit with Adam. Because of this sin, what theologians call original sin, evil was introduced to the world. Death became reality. Mankind would have to toil to eat. Adam and Eve lost their innocence and were ashamed of their nakedness. Since then, every human ever born has had a sinful nature. It's part of their spiritual DNA in a sense. They are bent toward doing wrong. The Bible defines sin as missing the mark. In other words, not living up to God's standards of holiness. All have sinned and fall short of the glory of God. Romans 3:23. No matter what movies like This Is the End may tell you, no amount of good deeds will earn you admittance into heaven. The wages of sin is death. Romans 6:23. Not just physical death, spiritual death. In other words, an eternity in hell. Simply put, hell is eternal separation from God. But there is still hope. We can have the happy ending seen in The Magician's Nephew. It involves meeting a real-life Aslan. Quest of the day. Read Genesis 3 and Romans 5:12 through 21. What are your greatest vices? What sins have you committed recently? List them. You will need this later. Okay, so I hope your week is going well. I encourage you to check out my Nerd Chapel socials on Facebook, Instagram. Check out our Patreon if you like what I'm doing and if you want to support my ministry at conventions. That's patreon.com/nerdchapel. Or you can go to nerdchapel.com and see what we've got on the blog and learn about our game nights and check out some more about what I do. I hope you have a wonderful day.